Hey. We got today. Out here enjoying a rainy day, and I'm going to answer the question that no one's asking. So that's kind of a segment I'm going to do that's just for me because I'm doing this for whoever wants to hear it. But G3 pistols, I've kind of been doing a lot of work with those guys, and I've owned about four of them, three or four, and I've mixed stuff and built them and done all sorts, tore them up, put them back together. Like, I really ruined some guns jacking around with them when I first started messing with guns because I wanted to have all the fast stuff and I didn't have the money to get it. So I'll make it, and got a Dremel and dissected guns. And then I had to learn some things to get them to where they were functional again. And I ruined like a slide by cutting it too much, and now it won't hold the barrel in position when it goes back in battery. Stupid crap like that you do when you're dumb. But all that's not necessary. None of that's necessary. Stock pistols, you can run them all day long if you know what you're doing. And the G3 series is a great budget option, and the G2C series and all that stuff. And especially if you get in the used gun market, a lot of people can get them very inexpensive, and they're decent guns. They last a good long time if you know how to take care of them. Um, I I want to mess with their TS9 because that seems like an innovative pistol for a budget. It's kind of along the lines of some Archon B type engineering with their recoil system, and it has it's a little bit closer to like a Glock 17, which is something that they're not doing with the G3 series. I don't get that. I think a company should follow the model of the Echelon, have, chassis systems, have decent ergos, budget price it down though. Like the Mod 3 was cool, but if they had, you could probably put a lot of the same features into it, if not the same as the Echelon. And if you did it like Taurus or something with the TS9, you'd have something new, innovative that could be more functional, more relevant, put some optic cuts on it and, let the Lakeline guys have fun with it and work with them on some stuff. But whatever. But yeah, the G3 series pistols I think are great. I think they should be, they're really highly sold, so it's not like a lot of market it's needing for them, but they should be understood a little bit better. I see a lot of similarities to them to a lot of other standard pistols. I mean, Glock kind of set a standard, and then everybody else has been, using that as a platform to build on or whatever, which is fine. I mean, it finally pushed Glock into an area where they might be doing some interesting stuff with the Gen 6s. I don't know, but it goes on. So the G3s, honestly, pound for pound, they're a great buy. You can get better guns the same price, but man, they're just a workhorse. They really are. And if you know how to take care of them, and you can get so many, you just get a parts kit on eBay for fairly inexpensive and have another slide with all the internals, and you can get so much stuff for cheap now, where you can have backup parts. I mean, you can run these things forever. So I don't know, it's just kind of, you get to the point of, if you're just getting a defense pistol, something like that, everybody's like, hey, I get something that's reliable. You're the one that's going to make it reliable. You're the one that's going to make it work or not work. You're the one that's going to make it accurate or not accurate. You're the one that's going to make it safe or not safe. We don't teach enough personal responsibility and demonstrate it with inexpensive guns so that other people can see that, like, this is such a easy thing to fully equip your house to be in defensive stuff, to, if you want to carry, if you just want to get into the gun game and learn how to shoot, you can still get good results with inexpensive things and with stock inexpensive things. So I don't know, there's a lot of stigma about new gun buyers when they don't want to buy broken in pistols. They want to have low round counts, they want to have this, they want to have that, and a lot of that crap, like, you don't even know why. And if you're going to get a gun and you're not going to shoot it, it's never going to do any of the things that you bought it to do. So it's our job to get to where we're not shaky. It's our job to get to where we can hit. It's our job to get to where we can see what we're hitting. You don't have to buy flashlights and tons of shit for that. You got to learn how to train it. And then from there you can, play around with it and stuff, but like you're not going to skip that point. And it took me a long time to realize that before my ideas, my understanding of guns started to even become close to something that is actually usable, is actually functioning or helping the function of the gun and not jacking up spring tensions and weird stuff like that. And education is important, but you got to pay for it. So I don't know. We can learn on our own, but it takes a lot of trial and error. And I just sharing thoughts, sharing experiments, testing things, showing actual results, not pimping products. That kind of thing would be a lot better of a platform, I think, to be able to talk from. I think a lot of guys are doing that. That's why I like Stoger, old Ben. And a lot of guys are doing those kind of things that are just like, what's the everyday practical function of this? What's not necessary? And what's just us getting our chains jerked and being part of a, I don't need that. And that's not why I'm getting into guns. I don't need another marketing thing where they're selling me some other bull crap and they're not talking to a human, I'm done with that. People are people. We need to start being back to that. So, anywho, this is my G3 rant over relevancy. And the question is, like, dude, yes, those guns are very, very great first gun options. And it doesn't take much, but it would, like buying a house for the first time. Like, you're going to have to learn how to fix some shit, or you're going to have to hire someone to do it. It's better if you just learn it. Most of the stuff that you'll have to fix, anyone can do. Point in case, I knew a man who was a very feminine man who was a devout Christian and had a beautiful family, wife and kid, and he seemed like the least person to ever get involved in construction or doing, and he was so just gentle and peaceful and just patient. And I watched him do things around his house, and it was just like he wouldn't know anything about it. He'd read about it and then try it and do it his way, his style, and he was amazing at what he did. And I was like, man, we need to start opening it up a little bit more to like the fact that if you're over 18, really when you're in school, it's your job to learn the shit that they teach you. They're just giving you information. It's your job to do something with it. And we keep outsourcing our parental duties and everything else to teachers and everybody else. It's like the kids come home to you. You're the one that teaches them how to understand it. And then they get tested on if they know it or not. It's like we got to start being with people and sharing information and learning ourselves. If it's new math, learn new math. Figure out what they're even on or if it even makes sense. Like, come on, guys. We got to get involved. We got to get involved into gun stuff over personal responsibility. All practices, purchasing. Stop selling women guns that they can't shoot and won't shoot, that jump out of their hands. Stop marketing crap to people that is not going to help them at all. It's going to make them a liability with a weapon if they're ever in a situation. Like, we got to have a different kind of responsibility, and then we can get more people involved in gun laws and stuff like that, because we got our shit together and we're not selling them anything. We're not trying to we don't have hooks in the meat. We're just feeding them. So, anywho, my thoughts. We got today to do something about it, and then, we will regroup, and if we get tomorrow, we'll do something about it then.